team. We're going to do all of these exercises together. So I'm going to walk you through each exercise that we do, every rep, try to give you some tips on form along the way so that you're doing the exercises that you have been exposed to with really good mechanics, but also learning the form cues that you need for new exercises that we have not yet done. So we're going to get started. First, we're going to go through an exercise that most of you have done in the past. It is part of the Myrtle routine, and it's hip cars or hip rotations in a tabletop position. So you're going to get wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. You're going to be shoulder width apart in both lower and upper body. You're going to press the ground away, maintaining the recruitment through your upper spine, mid-back area the entire time, so you're not dropping down. So as you hold that position, you're going to shift over to your left side, and you're going to extend the right back leg till you feel a little bit of a glute recruitment, and then come up to a parallel bent position like you're coming up and over a box, and then back down into the hover position of the starting position, but at hover, so you're not putting that knee down. Then back, fully extended, parallel, hover. Back, fully extended, parallel, hover. You're going to do this 10 times. Again, keeping that press through your hands, so your thoracic spine and the muscles that connect in and around it stay engaged. 10 times this direction. And then once you get to 10, which I think I have about 2 more, but it's hard when I'm talking to count. So once you get to 10, then you're going to stop at the hover position. Re-engage that thoracic area, that mid-back area, and you're going to reverse your patterning. So drive through the hover start position, come up over your box, and then straight back into the fully extended position. Drive through, hover, extend. Drive through, parallel hover, extend. So if you can't get to parallel, come as far up as you can without opening up your hips. We don't want to rotate too much through our hips. We want to maintain that nice, stable position as we move the hip joint through its available range of motion today. Once you get to 10, you're going to switch sides. So kind of shake out your arms, press through. If you feel like your wrists are getting overly stretched, change to a fist position and still just maintain that press through your fists instead of your hands and wrists. And go straight back, kick back position. Glute is going to be nice and engaged. Up to parallel, back down to hover. And then go through your reps. So 10 on each side. Again, keeping that press through your hands. And extending high enough so that you feel your glute max contract. And then go to your parallel hover and around. Once you get to 10, you're going to switch directions. Check in with yourself here. Make sure upper back is nice and supported and not taking any relaxies. Drive through your starting position up to parallel, back to straight, extended, drive, parallel, extended. 10 of those. One question that I sometimes get is what to do with your back feet. So in future, there's 2 options. You can kind of pull your toes under. That gives more of a stability challenge because you have less surface area touching your foot. Your foot is touching less surface area of the floor. So you're getting less of a stability aid. So I usually keep my feet flat on the ground while I do these, just because we're focusing on the mobility aspect of the hip, not the stability exercise of the position, or the stability challenge of the position. Okay, next exercise is going to start in a 90 90 lower body position. So your knee is going to be at a 90-degree angle. Your back knee is going to be at a 90-degree angle, and it's almost going to look like there's a box being made by your feet and your legs. So you're going to hold your front leg down in position while you initiate from the back leg every time. So we are going to hold down, opposite arm to opposite knee, initiate a lift through the back side, rotate over, ooh, I'm a little too close to my weights, and then back down into the 90-90 position on the opposite side. And then I'm going to take my opposite hand, hold down my front knee, initiate through the back knee, and then rotate up and over. So you want to start lifting from the front leg once you reach the maximum lift of your back leg. So this is about as far as I can go without bringing the other parts of my body along with it. So I'm going to lift up to that limitation and then let go and rotate. And this TRX is just in my way. Excuse me. Hold down, lift to the limitation, up and over, slow. So I'm controlling the up motion as much as I'm controlling the down motion. Not letting gravity pull my legs down. And you're going to continue on until you get 10 on each side. You should really feel elongation through your adductors, engagement through your posterior hip rotators. Should just feel like a global hip challenge. You'll want to check in with yourself about midway, so once you get 5 on each side, and make sure you're at that 90-90 angle again, and then continue on. It's easy to kind of slip out of correct positioning because of all of the scooting we're doing while we're going through these. So the next exercise you can do without any equipment. It does help a little bit to have a foam roller or a yoga block with you to do these. It gives just a little bit extra availability of motion. You can also use a really thick book. It's up to you. I am going to use a yoga block. I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing. So we're going to get in a sideline position, and you're going to extend your bottom leg out. Your hand can be supportive of your head, and then your yoga block is going to go right under your knee. Your knee is going to be at a 90-degree angle with your body, meaning it's going to be in line with your hip. And your toes are going to be facing forward, and you're not going to recruit your foot. So your foot stays nice and relaxed the whole time. You're then going to rotate through your hip, keeping your knee in the same space as it started, and you're going to come up. Oops, scoot up a little bit. You're going to come up as far as you can through your back foot, so you're going to get as much rotation as you can through your hip, and you're going to slowly lower back down. Slowly pull up, try to really get as much motion as possible, and then back down. So as you really challenge that upper range, you're going to think, don't fire my other muscles, keep the other muscles relaxed, isolate my hip rotators, and we do 10 of these on each side. Slowly back down. Slowly back up, keeping my foot relaxed. My foot likes to try to pull my leg up. So it gets really recruited. Remember to relax that. And then back down, keeping that 90-degree angle in my knee and keeping it in line with my hip. Breathing through these. And then once you get to 10, you're going to switch sides. Again, you can do these without a yoga block, but the ground blocks us just a little bit as far as how far down we can go. So if you don't have anything, it's fine to move through this motion without, but if you have something that you can lift up your knee a couple inches, it really is helpful. Okay, down leg is straight, up knee is in line with the hip at a 90-degree angle. Gonna rotate up as far as you can go, keeping your foot relaxed, and back down. Up slowly, and back down. We're gonna do 10 of these. It's very rhythmic, about 2 to 3 seconds up, about 2 to 3 seconds down. And just keeping everything in nice alignment, isolating that rotation, really trying to get as high as you possibly can without recruiting other muscles around it, or even squeezing core and really contracting your body, keeping everything nice and relaxed, using your breath to relax your body while challenging this hip. Good. Okay, if you use something to prop up your knee, please move that over. And now we are going to go into frog rock back. So we are going to start in a child's pose position. So child's pose position is feet underneath tush, knees in line with hips. You're going to extend out with your head on the ground. Instead of doing it this way though, we are going to keep our toes together while we widen our knees. And then we're going to reach out so that we can fully rock back, dropping our hips down to our feet and our chest down to the ground. We're going to come back up and then back down. Come back up and back down. You should feel a lot of motion coming from your adductors, that inner pelvis. We do 10 of these. Once you're in the position here, it's really easy to just fluidly move through the motion. 2 seconds down, 2 second hold, 2 seconds up, doing 10. Not a lot of compensatory tendencies with this one, which is great. Okay, last one we're doing today. We are going to get into down dog position. So you're going to drive your weight through the heels of your hands. Hips are going to come up to the sky, and you're going to try to get your feet, your heels of your feet down to the ground. We're going to do it alternating style. So we're going to bend one leg through the knee, drive the heel down through the other side, keeping the knee straight on the driving side. Then we're going to switch, bending, in my case, the right knee, straightening the left knee, driving the left heel to the ground. You're going to do that 3 times on each side, keeping the heels of your hand pressed in, keeping your chest drop below your shoulders. And then once you get to 6, you're going to come up to a plank position. You're going to bring your foot, say, if you're doing the right side with me, you're going to bring the arch of your foot parallel to the hand of your right side. Then you're going to drop your knee of the left side, drop the foot of the left side. You're going to hang out here in a hip flexor stretch. And just breathe into it for about 5 breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out, letting your hips sink toward the ground, not forcing anything, just letting yourself relax into the stretch. Once you get to 5, you're going to come back into a plank-like position. Drive your weight through the heels of your hand. Chest comes down to the ground. Again, chest below shoulders. And you're doing 6 more pumps. Nice and rhythmic. Slow and controlled. And then back into the plank position, bringing your left foot up so that left arch is parallel with the hand. You're dropping the right knee, dropping the right foot. Nice breaths. Deep breath in, deep breath out, letting your hips sink to the floor. And you're really just focusing on relaxing your body back to that foundational level. Relaxing your central nervous system, relaxing your hips, letting yourself breathe, and end the workout with a heart rate low. Body ready to jump into full recovery mode after we're finished here. Good. And come back to the starting position. So that is the exercise routine for today. Once you get done with the challenge, please let me know you did it so that you are going to be entered into the giveaway at the end of this. If you finish every single one, we will pick, Leslie and I will pick one person through a randomizer to get the new design for our t-shirts this year, or this season, excuse me. So I'm really excited. I'm going to do each and every one of these with you. We'll add some spice in every day and it should be lots of fun.